Morning, Commissioners. My name is Hamid Khan with the Stop LAPD Spying Coalition. Just want to give you a quick update. So on March 26th, the Boyle Heights Neighborhood Council passed a resolution demanding the LAPD to rescind Special Order 1 and terminate the iWatch program. In our efforts to really build a grassroots movement, we've been going to the neighborhood councils, and this is the third neighborhood council that has passed a similar motion, the other two being the South Central Neighborhood Council and the Rampart Village Neighborhood Council. So in essence, three communities who have a long history of dealing with the police, being targeted by police violence, being surveilled, have taken a very strong position. And now there are other councils who are considering similar motions as well. And we'll keep you updated. So I think it really goes to show the concern and the need for and almost validates really the motion that was passed by this commission, then why there's need to be a dialogue and an open discussion on these issues publicly, on these policies. Real quickly, at the last meeting, we were given a copy of the letter that the mayor had sent to the council expressing, talking about changing the ordinance. So we finally got a copy of this ordinance, which actually was passed in July or September of 2010. And it's still, there's no clarity as to what was the final outcome, because neither the letter nor the ordinance clearly states that the power to hold hearings has been revoked. I had a chance to speak to Ms. Dennis very briefly, and she gave me her opinion, and she was saying that, well, in order for the public to find out, the commission has to request the city attorney, and the city attorney then communicates with the commission, and then the commission can give us clarity. So we're really looking forward to get full clarity, because it unnecessarily creates this illusion of non-transparency. And the interest of full transparency, we would again appreciate it if we can get an analysis on what this ordinance really means. That, because I think for us as public, it goes to the heart of governance, transparency in city governance. Because all of a sudden, a new ordinance gets passed, which completely reneges the old one and revokes an authority that has been given to a city agency. I think that raises bigger concerns, and I would think that it would be a concern for this commission as well to have those powers removed. So we would really appreciate it. And a couple things lastly, that we're still waiting to see that what the planning is for the June process that was mentioned at the last meeting, and we haven't heard as to where the planning process is, what is being discussed. So we would like to know, and we'd like to participate in that and just help craft those forums or hearings, whatever they may turn out to be. And lastly, I just want to invite you on behalf of the coalition. I'm just going to pass some of these over here. April 10th, Thursday. Next week, April 10th, Thursday, is a National Day of Action, which the coalition from LA led this effort. And this National Day of Action is now going to be in 10 cities, where communities locally are going to be demanding transparency, and they're going to be holding rallies and protests at the fusion centers all around the country. So the cities right now that have joined Los Angeles are Boston, Chicago, Charlotte, Dallas, New York, and several other cities. So it's picking up, and the word is getting out. So on behalf of the coalition, we'd like to invite you and join us in expressing your concern and demanding transparency.
Thank you. Thank you. Leslie Radford.
Hi, and thank you. And this is my first HRC meeting, so it's nice to meet you all. On a side note, I want to applaud your work looking at the Brown Act and reviewing that. I was a little startled at the tone of some of the questions, which seemed to be more about shutting down public comment and public involvement than expanding that and looking for ways to work with that. And I just want to throw that out there as a side note to what I'm really wanting to say here. And that is to follow up on Hamid Khan's comments about SO1 and about the communities starting to really pay attention to this issue and become involved and in opposition to general police and spying in their neighborhoods. I would hope, as the Human Relations Commission, that you folks would be on top of this. You say you are the eyes and ears of the City Council, the mayor, the city departments. This is a rising issue. This is a swelling issue in the communities, and I hope you will absolutely advocate that this gets looked at so that you can report back to the mayor, the city council, the city departments about this trend that seems to be happening in our city and this rising concern with police overbearance in the communities and police writing people up for taking pictures and police spying and snooping. This is intrusive, this is intimidating, this is frankly oppressive in a lot of communities. And as the Human Relations Commission, I ask you, please take leadership on this. Don't wait for the neighborhood councils who you oversee to surpass you on this issue. Guide them, lead them, encourage them to step up and work on this issue collectively so that we can get this back under control again. Maybe we can put the genie back in the bottle. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kai Utsuni.
I'm part of the LA Stop the Spying Coalition. What I remember of the preamble to the Constitution of the United States, it certainly goes like, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, and I think it goes on about liberty, and then it says, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States. We the people, that's us, okay? We elect, in this country, under this Constitution, we elect those that represent us. So we are the people. Asking for a public hearing on LAPD SARS, Suspicious Activity Report, Special Order 1, I watch. In order to form a more perfect union means no secrecy by those that are supposed to represent us. Secrecy leads to a lot of problems. We the people, that means transparency. There is no justice without transparency. There is no justice in a secret government. And the LAPD is part of those. I mean, every police car says to serve and protect. Well, are they serving and protecting us? We would like transparency. That's all I have to say. I would just say that I'm Japanese American. When I was a child, I was incarcerated with 100,000 other people. Before that incarceration, there was secrecy by the FBI and certain members of the community to spy on the community, for a couple of years, because they knew that there were friction between the U.S. government and Japan, and there were friction between many countries, I mean that. So after Pearl Harbor, the FBI came and arrested a lot of people, including community leaders, teachers. They arrested them as spies against the U.S. government. So we need transparency.
Thank you very much.